All right, everybody, welcome in. How you doing? How's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing great. The sun is shining. As I do this reading, this is a very important day. We're moving into Taurus season. I talked quite a bit about Taurus season in yesterday's ancestor reading, and that does have to do with anchoring yourself right now. So these are for all zodiac signs. All of these readings are sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So use your intuition. If it's not resonating for you, if you're fighting the reading to try to jam yourself in, it's not your reading, move on to your moon, rising, or Venus sign. In fact, what you might want to do is watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign and take little notes on each one, just a couple of words to remind you what the reading was about, and see how they might fit together for you. Get a special message just meant for you. Okay. All right. Let's start with Taurus today. And yeah, deep breath. Okay. What's your message for Taurus today? This is about what you don't see coming. So I really want to get some specific info for Taurus. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. At the end of all these readings, I will pull cards for everybody watching, just so you know, at the very end. Okay. Each revolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. This is something that's happening not just for Taurus, but maybe especially for Taurus. We have had Neptune moving into Aries. Aries is all about our identity, and Neptune is about the dissolving of identities. So some of you could be ending or starting new chapters in your life right now. And that's happening on a global scale, but it's also happening individually. So pay attention to your own sitch. Got Eight of Pentacles here. Some of you stepping out into the work world the first time, or maybe a new direction in your work. Four of Wands. Yeah. The Death card. This is going to totally transform you, obviously, but there's also something big changing in your house and home. There's some big changes happening. Seven of Swords. I feel you escaping from that, from an old situation that was once happy, but now has turned into something else. Ace of Cups, Hermit, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So you do see where you're going. But what some of you don't know is I feel like you're making this shift in your life. I don't think you know how far reaching this change is how it's going to impact you. I don't think you know. I don't think you're seeing it yet. And it's possible that you think you're doing something right now that's very, I don't know, kind of like, it's not a big deal. I'm just taking a part-time job. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to, take a leave of absence. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal. Okay. This is going to shift you in a new direction in your life that is very spiritual. Okay. So you might be coming up on a real spiritual awakening, and very exciting. This is very exciting. This is like going back to the beginning again of something, and sometimes feeling like a beginner can, sometimes people aren't that excited about being a beginner again, especially if you have been proficient at something in your life. You're like, oh God, I've got to go back to the beginning again. But I feel like this is something that you are going to be excited to be a beginner in. And it's going to open you up. It's going to bring you new clarity in your life. It's going to bring you a new sense of renewed purpose. Okay. And so the Seven of Swords in the middle here, this could have been started, or this could have happened because of, in other words, you didn't see this whole chapter coming. It happened because of some situation. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. You said you wanted to learn something new. And so Spirit kind of took you literally. And I wanted to learn something new. You're really stepping into a new chapter. The Seven of Swords says to me, the opportunity is to kind of do it behind the scenes first. Like you might be studying something or learning something, and then a big change overwhelms you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to jump into this now. I've been learning about tarot and astrology for the last 3 years, and now all of a sudden some big change happens, and I really put it out there. I really am becoming something new. This is Queen of Swords, which is very clear energy about the future. I really feel like you're stepping into some kind of spiritual path. Could be a spiritual partner, but you have been preparing for this for a long time. So don't go thinking this is, I don't want to hear, oh, I just got blindsided. Like, I don't want to hear that, because there have been a lot of warnings, or a lot of, I don't know what the word is, like, preparation, kind of, hoo-hoo, like, there's been a lot of, warnings. There's been a lot of warnings. There's no other word that's coming through. There's a lot of warnings that have been coming through for you about this new change, and maybe you just ignored them. So it's here. All right. So that is for Taurus. Let's look for Gemini. Oop, let's do this first. Okay. Gemini, what's going on for my Geminis? Okay. Allow your work to become your art. This is something we've been looking at for quite a while, Gemini, about what you're putting out into the world. Maybe a little bit similar to Taurus, but let's see what the reading brings. There's just something about a creative expression, creative direction, that you're going to be doing things differently. You're going to need to do things differently. It'll be fun, she said. It will be fun. Page of Swords, Six of Cups, Knight of Wands, Four of Wands. Wow, look at this. Nine of Cups, Six of Swords. Woo! Devil energy, Five of Swords. What? Okay. This is a choice. I feel like some of you have an opportunity to reconnect with somebody who was not good for you. I'm just going to tell you like it is, because you're Gemini and you get direct communication. I just felt a touch on my back. This is your choice. But somebody is coming back from the past who is definitely not good for you. This is an old pattern. I'm, nothing wrong with the Knight of Wands. I'll do apologies to the Knight of Wands. I'm just saying, this person's coming back from the past, and you get a chance to do this lesson again, coming through your texts, run right headlong into an old pattern. Five of Swords. This is, okay. You, Gemini, be ready. Okay. Because I feel like you're expanding, your beautiful self is really being paid attention to. They're seeing you online, they're watching you online, or something like that. Okay. And you could do this old cycle all over again. Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Wow. This person is pulling out all the stops. So you should know this is an ex, or this is somebody you know. All right, Gemini. This person is trying to make you feel like they are very trustworthy. This cycle of your life, you're moving on from a cycle of life. This is like the final moment when someone comes back around and says, "You sure?" And this person, Five of Swords, devil energy, No, 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 no. Advice, please. King of Cups, trust your heart. Queen of Swords, trust but verify. That's what this is. Trust but verify. So don't shut yourself off. This is the lesson. This is the lesson that you turn and walk away from this. The lesson is you've got to learn to trust but verify. You've got to learn to see beyond the veil of what people are just presenting to you. And you may be better at it now, but I feel like someone's coming back from the past, and there's a very strong possibility that you're just like, oh, well, why not? This is a person I've known. This is a person from my past. How bad could it be? You don't want to know that. I'm going to tell you that your job here is to learn to see someone for what they're actually doing, to ask embarrassing questions, to learn from this and go toward what you truly want. I don't feel like this person is, I was going to say, I don't feel like this person is super toxic, but I got to tell you, no, thank you. Some of you, this represents getting one over on a person who really hurt you in the past. And you might feel tempted to mess with them. I'm going to say that is a loser too. Okay. Because it's just another version of staying in the same low vibe relationship that it was. You're making yourself feel better by saying, oh, I don't really care about this person. I just want to screw with them because they messed with me. That's not the lesson. The lesson is detachment. Okay? That's the lesson. Woo! Oh my goodness. All right, that's for Gemini. Now, what about for Cancerians? What's going on for Cancerians? Thus one journeys to the stars. Some kind of journey. This is some of you are really dealing with a person. You might be somebody who doesn't know that much about astrology, or this person may be, you may think that this is a star-crossed lover kind of thing. Cancer, let's see here. Like this is somebody who's magical. Hold on. Magician underneath. I love the sun card down there. Page of Pentacles. King of Swords. Tower. I think you see someone clearly, but I think you're dealing with someone who's way more powerful. They might be very unassuming, quiet, even. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Hermit, Knight, Nine of Cups. Outcome is justice. Okay. I like this. This just says to me that you're kind of getting more aware of who you are. I feel like you have a lot of wishes and dreams. Definitely, Cancerians, some of your hearts have turned to stone, which is so painful for Cancerian. You know, for others of you, this is really about an aha moment about who somebody is. And it sets you off in a direction that is much better for you. I just feel like this is, okay, so you're learning something. King of Swords is the situation. And this is Aquarian energy. That's all about hold on. That's all about manifesting from a place of power, not a place of, This is such a weird combination. Page of Pentacles is all about messages around learning new things. And King of Swords is very clear about things. So then why the Tower? Why the Tower? Ten of Cups, Hanged Man, the Judgment card, and the Four of Pentacles. I just feel like you've been holding back. You've been holding back on your feelings, holding back on what you really want to create. Maybe you've even kind of not embraced your spirituality. This just feels, Cancerians, like you're very unclear. I'm just getting this real energy of very unclear. The Tower is coming through because the time has come. Like, I don't think you can mess around anymore. Why is Cancer sitting on their hands? They're trying to protect something that really the ship has sailed, Cancer. You're trying to protect something that you need to move away from. You need to move away from this. This is like you're learning, but you're actively bumping up against resistance all the time, all the time, all the time. Like the King of Swords is like the immovable object. You're like, I want to learn this. And he doesn't say anything. He just sits there. And like, it's almost like, okay, like, big brother, little sister, like I'm the little sister. They put their hand, extend their arm, put their hand on your forehead, and you're like, right? Like, that's what this is. And so you are really powerful, and there is something, some mindset or something that gets blown up because you are not really being allowed to pass. You're not really being allowed to learn anything. It's very stuck energy. So the Tower comes through and blows everything up. And this does feel like you're heading in a really beautiful direction. I'm sorry about that. That feels really weird to me that elicits a Tower. I just think that maybe you don't know what you want. Maybe this is for some of you, that you're really trying to figure out who you are. And the adults in the room were never helping you. Nobody was helping you, Cancer. So now you're manifesting from a place of, oh, okay, now I know what I want. And it's ironic. No, it's the irony here is that you could have a teacher, or you could be stepping into being a teacher, but you can't. You're having a hard time getting past this obstacle, this coldness, this disconnection. And I just feel like that's getting blown up. There needs to be a sense of connection now in your life. So whatever's going on for you, you're dealing with someone who's actively trying to hold you back. But that's not going to work. Tower, boom. And off you go. This feels really good to me. 3 of Pentacles and the Hermit and the 9 of Cups. Like, you're going to get what you want. There was just somebody standing in the way. Somebody who's really cold, who is unfeeling. Okay, standing in the way. And the Tower, that's not you doing it, but you have places to go and people to see. And so the Tower came through to blow that up. If that's a relationship or whatever that is, it was just too stuck. It was just too stuck. Okay, that's for Cancer. Now, what about for Leo? What is happening for my Leos? What's going on for Leo? Bloom where you're planeted. That always says to me that you are in the right place. Whenever I see that, there's something about that just says, you are in the right place. Don't worry that you're behind schedule or something. Some of you are worried about being behind schedule on something. I don't know if it's romantically or financially or what, but Leo, underneath is the 4 of Swords. Been spending a lot of time doing healing work. That's really good. Personally, that's good. The 2 of Wands, 9 of Wands. There's a lot of healing to do, still to do. 4 of Cups, just waiting. 9 of Swords, Hierophant, Ace of Swords. Tick tock, my friend. The Death card is as the end card here. I feel like some of you are upset about a relationship and you don't really want to hear the truth about it. So it's holding you in place until you hear the truth that you don't want to hear. There's some truth you don't want to hear. And it is I feel like the truth might be that it's over, or that it is, 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. Yeah, something is over that you did all the work on. 8, 9, 10 of Wands here. And you're standing there trying to figure out where to go next. Now, this is you might be wondering about where to be on the earth. I feel like that's kind of putting the cart before the horse. Like, it's time for you to navigate this ending and, feel the emotion, because you're getting stuck in it. Even if you're like, no, I'm moving on, I'm doing my thing, I'm out there living my life. Like, no one is fooled by that. No one's fooled by that. Okay, Leo, you really do have to do the work of this. And, because I feel like there's nines here. I feel like there's a lot more. You're almost to the end of it. But I do feel like you might need some assistance in getting through the last bit of this ending. I don't know what kind of assistance. Legal, mental health, spiritual. I don't know what kind of help you're needing, but there is a sense of getting bogged down here. Okay, so what will help that? Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 4 of Wands. So you are going to move on and everything like that, but I just feel like you need someone who is going to help you navigate the ins and the outs of an ending, maybe financially. Okay, financially. And I do see you moving, 4 of Wands. But not until you might be dealing with the end of a marriage, or the end of a situation, end of a relationship of some kind where money has played a big role. And I feel like you don't want to know something about the money. You need to know about the money. I don't know who that's for, but in order to heal and move on, you need to know about the money. So whether maybe that's a spouse who's been stealing money, or somebody stealing money from your business, or somebody hoarding money. There's something about money that you need to know that you're not wanting to know right now. Please allow the information in. Okay, that is for Leo. Now, what about for my Virgos? What about for my Virgos? What's happening? Virgo, your greatest work is your legendary legacy. Cool. Are some of you writing books? Are some of you stepping into telling your story? Your story is going to play a big role here right now. Telling stories, becoming a speaker. Some of you might be doing that. A speaker, something about your voice. All right. Underneath is the 8 of Swords. Page of Wands. The beginner, very excited. 7 of Cups, not sure how to do this. Knight of Cups. I feel like somebody has made an offer to help you. 8 of Cups, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the outcome is the King of Cups. Okay, so someone has made an offer to help you, and I feel like you walked away or they walked away. Somebody walked away because I think it was all tied up with a romantic connection. I don't know if you wanted that or not at the time. I don't feel like you know what you wanted. Okay? But someone is making an offer to you or has made an offer to you. And now there is some truth that needs to be said. I keep getting this combination in some of the readings. I don't know for Virgo, but this is about like, I'm somebody who wants passion versus love. And maybe you need to tell the truth about that. There might be somebody here who wants love from you, but you might need to tell them that you're not available for that. Some of you are looking to dive into a project that is truth telling, but it requires you to do this on your own. Some of you need to tell your story. What is this? 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So message coming through here for you that says, try not to mix love with this project. Love is coming, but it's like not, love is coming in, but you got to do this first, or you can't hide behind this person or something like that. You've got to be out front doing it. The universe is saying to you that you might walk away. You need to walk away from someone who's saying to you, I will help you, because you need to do this on your own. Okay? You need to get yourself out there on your own. Your greatest work is your legendary legacy. So there's some story that you need to tell. And if you kind of try to, hide behind another person or get into a partnership because that feels safer to you, I feel like that's not going to work out for you. Like, universe is really saying to you, you need to step into your identity, your unique identity, without having somebody else be in front of you, or be taking away the view of you, of something like that. Like, have courage about what you have to say. Okay, Virgo, have courage. What about for my Libras? What don't you see coming right now, Libra? Divine Dragon. That's a 4 card, but I always look at the 33 in there. This feels a little like Kundalini Awakening. I'm going to use this. Kundalini Awakening. So some of you might be unexpectedly faced with a twin flame. Unexpectedly. Okay. Let's see what the reading has to say. I see the Moon card. 6 of Wands underneath. Come over here. King of Swords. You're showing up as the King of Swords. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Ooh. 5 of Swords. 9 of Cups. Sun. 7 of Wands. Hierophant. You've been asking Archangel Michael for your partner, the right person for you, for the love of my life, for this this connection to come together. If you've been manifesting that, it is coming together. By the time we get to July, Lionsgate, this is a long-term commitment. And you're going to have to play through a lot of egoic games between the two of you. That's what Twin Flame is going to consist of this time that you see them. Some kind of games. What is this 5 of Swords? Yeah, old games. Manipulation. 8 of Swords. So 9 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Oh, gosh. And the 3 of Pentacles. So you're going to have to learn. This is a big, steep learning curve. The 9 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. So this is about something that has been a problem in relationships. Whatever it's been for you. Codependence, people pleasing, whatever it is. It's holding you back. Part of this is I feel like I need to get the better of the other person. Like they need to love me more than I love them. Otherwise I feel too vulnerable. I feel, like you really learn the lesson of people pleasing, but now it's like too much. Like now you need to balance yourself. and you're like, I just want to be happy. Why can't I just be normal? But normal, quote unquote normal, there is some old wounds that are mindsets, limiting beliefs that are keeping you from love. You can't just be normal, because normal to you is something that limits your ability to have love in your life. So that is showing up. And there is something about this person that is going to help you learn this. And this can be learned very quickly, likely by this summer, by the end of the summer. There you are, putting up boundaries, and then there's the commitment. You've been asking for this person to come forward, and they are coming forward. I see Taurus, I see Leo, I see Aquarius, and I see Cancerian. Okay. All right, that's for Libra. That is for Libra. Hold on. All right, Scorpio. What is going on for you, my Scorpios? At the end of this, I'll pull cards for everybody watching. Deliver your greatest gift to the world. That's beautiful. Some of you are having some endings or have had endings happen. It's time to step into a new chapter. This is a gift. This is a gift. All right, whatever's happening right now is a gift. I don't care what it is. Justice. I see your card here, Scorpio. 8 of Cups. Walking away from something. Emperor. Moon. The Strength card. Star. 3 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. All right. Some of you have a legal situation on your hands. Some of you are actively needing to take a step toward more independence, financially, spiritually, emotionally. And the Taurus new moon on April 27th. So toward the end of this span of time, I feel like this is the time when you're going to need to step into your power. Okay, so there's something happening at the end of this month around that new moon. The 5 of Pentacles, you're walking away from a situation that no longer is for you. Chariot, Cancerian time, Knight of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, beautiful energy, the Lover's card. Wow. Coming into your own, that Aries card makes me feel like some of you have walked away from a situation to really step into your power. The Strength card, the Star card. Some of you are becoming healers, but then having trouble with financial solvency. And it's really because there is a person around who is coming into your life who's going to help you with that. There's somebody that you either know already who can help you with that, or there is a new person coming into your life. And this person coming into your life is somebody very, very trustworthy. Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo. I have Libra here and Aries. That's a lot. This is more like you're balancing yourself, the me versus the we. You've got to step into your own power. Now, this may seem counterintuitive. You stepping into your own power, moving away from a partnership or an existing situation is going to bring in a new partner, but you're not doing it to bring in the new partner. You got me? Don't do that. You've got to really step into your power. I feel like some of you are starting a business or starting some kind of new direction. The 5 of Pentacles can be about feeling lost, like not sure what to do. And then there are people who will help. But I feel like in specific, there's a partner. Virgo also. There's a partner here. This feels a little bit like a wedding, or feels like a partnership coming together. Somebody that might have seen in your dreams. Might have seen this person in your dreams. You should ask to see them in your dreams. 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups, the Fool, and the Magician. This person is free now. This person might have been married, right? And they're coming out of marriage. I feel like they're available to you. It doesn't seem to me like there's a lot of time here between when they're getting divorced and when you're seeing them, but got to take it as it comes. And, you know, you can slow it down. The Knight of Pentacles there says to me, you should slow it down. All right, Sag. What's going on with my Saggies? Sagittarius. To be enlightened, lighten up. Sometimes we're kind of like in this, you know, like so serious. Why so serious? Right? We're in this place of like spiritual path is, you know, so you need to be very reverential of it. And I don't doubt that, but I also feel like the lightning energy is something that will really help you. Maybe you're having trouble with your spiritual path because you're behaving in a way that is holding you back. Something. You gotta lighten up right now. Okay. 2 of Pentacles underneath. That's the choice. 4 of Swords. Doing a lot of healing work. 4 of Pentacles. Fool. You're stopping yourself from taking this next step. Page of Swords, 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Look at the 3 4s here. And the Knight of Swords. I want to say to you, I'm a Sag, and I've been getting a lot of 4 4 4. I've been seeing 4 4 4 every day and in the middle of the night. Waking up and it's 4 4 4. Seeing it in the afternoon, 4 4 4. That's about creating a foundation. There's someone coming in here. Who's this Knight of Swords? 7 of Cups. You're making a decision. 7 of Pentacles. Emperor. 9 of Wands. Queen of Cups. So this person is likely a divine masculine. Somebody who is still trying to make a decision. Boy, are they taking forever to make this decision. I feel like they come to you a little prematurely because you have decided, you know, you've been sitting here likely waiting for them. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, this, that. When are they coming? When are they coming? You decide to move on. This is the opportunity to just step into the new chapter. And all of a sudden, you're getting a note from them. You're getting a text or something from them. It's like within a day. Happens fast. But this person, it's premature. This person is not. And so lighten up. Just move on your path. Don't wait. Just keep going. All right? Don't wait. If you slip back into waiting, that energy signature, this person will also wait. You've got to push forward. You got to move forward. If you sit around, this person will stagnate again. They will not hurry up. They're hurrying up because you're moving. That's a twin. Okay, they're hurrying up because you're moving. And I think you are physically moving. Physically going somewhere. I don't know if it's on a trip. Let's see, what's this 4 of Wands? 9 of Swords, Chariot, Justice, Empress. You got the Emperor and Empress here. This is definitely twin. If you move forward, this person is going to have a lot of nightmares about like, oh my God, they're going to leave me behind. Oh my God. Because you've been sitting still, no nightmares. They're fine with it because they don't really want to do what they have to do. Wow. Holy smokes. Okay, Sag. All right, Capricorn, what is going on with you here? Cappies, message for Cappies. What don't you see coming? Your effortless effort is fully required. That's kind of tough for Caps. All right, you've got to not take action. Like, what do you mean? How can I move forward if I can't take action? Like, that's probably the worst card for Capricorn. Your effortless effort is fully required, which is why you're getting it. It's definitely a lesson. All right, I'm having an image of being on a bus, like it's someone's wedding. Somebody getting married, somebody with a whole bunch of people, like on a tour bus. Wow. Okay, hold on. Effortless effort. There you are. Underneath is the Devil card. That's you, Cap. Two of Wands. This definitely has some like kind of ball and chain energy there. Two of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Raising consciousness. Making a choice here, but this Page of Swords, Knight of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. I just feel like you're making a decision between two people here, these two queens. I've seen this for a while for Capricorn, and I am getting a sense of like, I'm trying to be who they want me to be, as opposed to being the authentic me. I think I'm being the authentic me when I'm like, who's the person they need me to be? The Queen of Pentacles needs you to be the King of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups needs you to be the King of Cups. And it's sort of like, that's what happened before. That's what happened before. You can't create a new person out of whole cloth. If you are the Knight of Wands or the Page of Swords, you need to be aware of that. And I just feel like you might be trying to become what other people need. So the raising consciousness piece is maybe a sudden awareness around that, an aha moment. Like you're right on the cusp of making this decision. This could also be, this almost feels like for somebody here, that there's a third person coming in fast, who may be more aligned with what you want. Like Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, they want long-term commitment. I feel like Capricorn, you might be tired of long-term commitments. See how the other half lives. Okay? This Two of Swords, keeping it to yourself, keeping it a secret. High Priestess. Eight of Wands. Good luck with that. Three of Swords. Nope. Seven of Pentacles. I just get the feeling here that you have had it up to here with being the responsible one. I just want to have fun. Why can't I just have fun? Because your energy and your lessons are here to plant seeds, long-term commitments. That's what your energy is about. And I feel like this Knight of Wands is kind of like your alter ego, wanting to do something crazy and wild and fun. I'm going to suggest to you that you try to make this next commitment that you're going to undertake, you got to make that fun. You've got to stop seeing this as two different things. You can integrate your fun self with a long-term commitment. And if you're like, all right, you're like, okay, I need to learn how to do that then. I need to learn how to be in a long-term commitment without it being like separating myself into two different people. or trying to become somebody that somebody else wants me to be. Okay. Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and then I'll pull cards for everybody. Aquarius, for you. There are no wrong turns. Really? Okay. There are no wrong turns, Aquarius. And I just feel that you're kind of floating around and have a lot of options right now, but are really hearing a voice inside you that says, don't make mistakes right now. Don't choose. Be careful. All right. I feel like those are other people's voices, not really your guidance. So what's the guidance for Aquarius? 10 of Cups underneath. Ace of Swords. It's like, I don't want to get it wrong this time. So I'm stagnating. Emperor. 4 of Cups, Emperor. 8 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. Strength card. Do you think that you can't really be who you are, Aquarius, and still have somebody love you back? Is that what you think? Because I'm not getting that at all. I feel like you're waiting around for someone, maybe from the past, but there is a new person coming in. You've manifested this person. Could be a Leo, Virgo, Aries. You're like, so you're manifesting to the universe, bring me in the love of my life. And you think you know who that is. But I don't think you do. I don't think you do. So this is going to take courage for you to step into it. This Queen of Pentacles. 3 of Cups, a friend. Chariot, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. Some of you are letting go of a Cancerian. Letting go of some of you are now having to let go of the person that you thought was the love of your life, because it's not that person. You're manifesting this, and then you're like, whoa, wait a second. I thought the love of my life was this person. Turns out there's a new person. Could be a Leo. Leo, Aries. I just feel like if you choose the person from the past, this is what's scaring you about that, because it wasn't the right person back then, and it isn't the right person now. It's time to really let go of that person from the past. Okay, Aquarius, it's time to let go of them. It's time for you to step into the future boldly. All right, Pisces, then Aries. How fitting. And then we're going to pull cards for everybody. So, all right, I've used you a couple times, this deck. Okay, let's use that. All right, so Pisces, for you, what is going on for my Pisces? You are perfectly imperfect. Stop trying to be perfect. You're not. And that's okay. There's just this I feel like a lighthearted energy sitting around a campfire or sitting around on the beach or something like that, and just not really caring that your hair is all messed up, not really caring. That's a feeling of really deep connection to somebody else. And if you are on your own, this is a deep connection to God. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. Some of you are on your own. 3 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. What's the next step? I don't know. Here's the moon. New moon in Taurus. Queen of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. Death. 8 of Wands. So there's a lot of standing around in this reading until we get to this death and the Eight of Wands. I feel like Pisces, you think you know where you're going, but the new moon in Taurus is going to shift all that. Again, very similar to Aquarius, about manifesting maybe the love of your life, or manifesting how you put it, the way you put it. I feel like you unhook from a particular person or a particular outcome. You're detaching from the outcome. Good job. Good job. Because that is what's going to move you forward very quickly. Detach from the outcome. You're going to get your wish. The World, King of Cups, the Sun, Ace of Swords. You're going to get your wish. And this is a Ace of Pentacles. This is a brand new chapter here. Something definitely has to end. Something definitely has to end. I feel like you're manifesting on this new moon in Taurus, and unexpectedly, it brings an end to a wish or a dream. But it allows you to step more into your authenticity. Okay, that's nice. This is Leo energy, Cancer. I see Scorpio here, Pisces. Some of you know this intuitively. You're bringing an end to something that was built for an old you. Not you anymore, Pisces. Not you anymore. All right, let's move to Aries. Let's move on to Aries. Okay. What's happening for my Aries friends? Okay. 3, 2, 1, jump. My favorite card. Time for the new beginning here. 3, 2, 1, jump. What is happening? 3, 2, 1, jump. Ready to head off in a new direction. That's a number 1 card. It's the beginning of something beautiful. It's the beginning of something beautiful. Yep, look at this. 6 of Swords underneath. Moving on, moving forward. 7 of Swords. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're running away from somebody who is a stickler for detail, or somebody who needs things to be a certain hospital corners kind of way, right? There's Virgo, Capricorn energy that you've been stuck in. Yes. Ace of Swords. Wow. 10 of Swords. It's over. 7 of Cups. Outcome is the 3 of Pentacles. So I like that. I keep seeing this 7 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. Like, I don't know what the next chapter is, but I know it's not this. And so I'm just going to manifest. I'm going to say my truth, and it will end a situation. I feel like you know that's true. If this is your reading, you know it's true. That for you to truly be who you are or speak the truth, it's going to end this, which is why you might be being kind of sneaky or trying to sneak away. Like, I don't want to have this conversation. Why is the 7 of Cups here? Oof. 5 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands. Lots of time and treasure wasted in this situation. I feel like you just have to rip the Band-Aid off here. And I do feel that don't be manipulative about this, or don't lie about it. Just be really honest about what's happening here. Be really honest about it. And I feel like that's going to send you in a good direction. There's something about you're mastering yourself by doing this. Pisces, you're mastering yourself. That's good. All right, let's pull cards for everybody watching now. All right, hold please. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's pull cards for everybody watching. I'm going to use a different deck here. Let's use this. And okay, I'll use that deck. All right. Mythic deck? Okay, fair enough. What's going on for everybody watching? This is a general read. My intention is, what don't you see coming right now? What don't you see coming right now? Oh, yeah. Soulmate. Shadow. The plot thickens. Divinity. Air. This is a divine partner, okay? And some of you may have dreams about this person, but long before they show up. Some of you may come out of sleep kind of clawing back the dream, trying to, like, you felt it. You felt this person, don't know who they are. You felt this person and you tried to claw back the dream, or you're going to. They're like in the shadows. Chariot. Underneath, I am seeing the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. There's something about this person lying. Third party energy. Fool. Here you are. Fool. Death. Done with this person. Done with this person's lying. Empress. Wow. Eight of Cups. The Moon. The Four of Wands. Lovers. Outcome. This is a lot of major arcana cards here. I feel like you have to get out of the shadow of this person's energy. Right now, so the moon energy, new moon in Taurus, but hold on, where's the here? We just had that full moon in Libra. So there's a new moon in Taurus on the 27th of April, 7 degrees of Taurus, right around noontime. And then the next full moon is in Scorpio on the 12th of May. So 22 degrees of Scorpio. So I keep seeing this Scorpio energy, and we're getting the moon here. There's something very transformational about this person or this connection. The divine feminine is here, letting go of the shadow. There's twin flame energy here. I feel like you're going to move. I feel like you're going to move to be near this person. They might move to be with you, but I feel like there's a reason you go in that direction. They have children or something, or they have some kind of physical location that they can't leave or can't go away from or something. They have to be where they're living. All right, maybe it's their job or something like that. Why is the shadow card here? Three of Wands. Tower. What you don't see coming. Six of Wands. Page of Cups. I feel like this connection kind of drops in on you very fast. Okay, I like air, like it's moving, everything's moving fast. If you manifest right now, if you're manifesting, the love of my life or my soulmate, if you're manifesting this, it's coming fast. Okay, by the time we get to that full moon in May, the middle of May. So we're right here in the 18 April. By the time we get to 12 May, I feel like you're going to be in this new chapter already in some way. So the new moon energy that's coming up on the 27th, I want you to plant the seed or give thanks already for this person is going to be showing up in your life. Like just go right to gratitude, because I think this person is a good person for you. But I also feel like the shadow aspect of them or you has held this at bay, has held this, like you're not allowed to get together because of some shadow aspect that you keep embracing. It's really time for you to embrace your divinity, and for this person too. Also, part of the divinity is that we are connected. So I don't think you see that coming before we get to the middle of May, but it's definitively coming. All right, get ready. So that's for all y'all for this week. What you don't see coming. Thanks very much. If you're looking for your middle of the May individual zodiac readings, there's a playlist below that you can check out. 3, 2, 1, jump. New chapters opening up everywhere. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.